Parasyte the Maxim has been my favorite show since it aired its final episode on March 26, 2014, which coincidentally happened to be my 14th birthday. So, you now understand that this show has a place in my heart that is quite irreplaceable, because I saw Shinichi grow from being a timid young man to a borderline emotionless being, along with Migi, who happened to have the reverse of Shinichi's character path. Parasyte is one of those few shows that actually got me emotional over the death of a side character. During episode 18 of Parasyte the Maxim, I got emotional multiple times. It was really amazing how many instances this episode alone contained that circled back on what humans and parasites were at their core, not to mention the absolutely subliminal score that elevates the scene, and the ending song playing at the perfect moment cemented it as one of my favorite scenes in any show I have ever watched. At their core, these were just animals trying to survive, coming from the same family as humans. The moment when Tamura Reiko changes her face to that of Shinichi's mother, and how that was perceived to be only a distraction by Migi, but in reality was a call for help, which was only noticed by Shinichi, always sucker punches me right in the gut. This is because Tamura in this instance is not the emotionless killing machine that she had been portrayed as so far in the series. She was a mother. But more importantly, hailing from such a young species being that of a parasite, she was a child at the same time. In this show, mothers are portrayed in such a refined light. We see Shinichi's mother and Tamura the human's mother, and of course we see Tamura herself as a mother, and in my opinion, she was the apex of their species, having evolved naturally to understand her capability for emotion and compassion. To me, Tamura Reiko was the most compelling character in the show, behind Shinichi and Migi of course, and her arc was written in tandem with Shinichi's character evolution, and it makes it difficult for me to think of her as being removed from the main ideologies that the show encompasses. Hey everyone, my name is Buzzard and welcome to What is a Mother? A Parasyte the Maxim analysis. Now, to answer the question that I have presented in the title, let's take a look at Shinichi's own mother, and later we'll take a look at Tamura Reiko's character arc and understand what exactly the author Hitoshi Iwaki tried to say about the role and responsibility of a mother in this show. In the show, Shinichi's mother is presented as a typical archetype character who is a loving, caring mother willing to sacrifice anything in order to ensure her son's safety. The prime example we can take here is the burn that she suffers by taking the place of her child to ensure that he is unaffected. This is a very common turn of events in my personal opinion, and one that I have seen multiple times in many works of fiction and doesn't stand out in particular when taken individually and compared to so many other shows which portray the same mother archetype. But this is where Parasyte is different. You see, Shinichi has carried the guilt and burden of being the reason why his mother suffered such a severe burn since the day it happened, and as of late, he had pushed her away because she had realized that there was something wrong with him. This, added to the fact that she was killed by a being from which he was trying to protect her, has such a visible effect on Shinichi when he sees her face once more. Here, Shinichi realizes that this person standing in front of him is not his mother, but he refuses to let go and turns Migi away when Migi tells him it is not her. This moment also acts as a catalyst for Migi to want to understand why humans react the way they do, and Shinichi's mother literally breaks his heart. Actually, she stabs his heart, but this made for a really cool line, so I'm just gonna keep it, and yeah. This moment had such a profound impact on Shinichi that once he fuses with Migi, he loses the ability to cry and is filled with rage for the parasite that looks like his mother. At this point, Shinichi never took a moment to mourn the death of his mother, but was determined only to get revenge. And when the moment comes, it is not he who kills the parasite that looks like his mother, but someone else. Shinichi changes completely as a person after this and pushes aside her death completely until we get to the amazing episode 18. See, even though he had never tried to mourn her, his mother's death was always with him and was a part of who he was. When Tamura encounters him later on with his mother's face and triggers the memories of his mother that Shinichi had locked away for so long, it finally breaks him and he is able to cry. Here, Shinichi regained whatever part of his humanity we thought he had lost, thus cementing the profound impact that a mother has on her child. And now, we talk about Tamura Reiko. Tamura Reiko is by far my favorite character in the entire show, and I would love to do an entire character analysis on her, but here we're only talking about her as a mother. Her character arc is absolutely astounding, and some of her final words, "raise the child by human hands to lead a normal life," are so fitting and the most typical motherly attitude that it brings into her character, and it absolutely breaks my heart. Tamura had evolved. She had evolved from just surviving, from just curiosity, and had started to understand that never will you have the answers to all your questions. She had evolved to become more human. She had evolved, finally understood how a woman like the mother of the human she was impersonating was able to tell who she was, or rather was not. Tamura Reiko had finally become a mother. Hailing from a species that was solely portrayed as beasts trying to survive and evolve, Tamura Reiko had evolved beyond her fellow parasites and was able to use words like "thank you." This absolutely blew Migi's mind, who was a parasite who had little bit of emotion due to Shinichi, but was still never able to understand what these humans were. She had killed before, but for the first time, Tamura Reiko killed for someone rather than a twisted curiosity, or rather for food. She had become a human being. Now, I said earlier that the moment when Tamura Reiko changes her face to that of Shinichi's mother, and how that was perceived to be a distraction by Migi, but in reality was a call for help, which only Shinichi noticed, always sucker punches me in the gut. Why did it make me feel this way? Because Tamura did not use Shinichi's mother's face in a clever way, or, rather for something to manipulate him to do, right? It was an instinctive thing. It was an instinctive feeling that she knew. She realized that what Shinichi needed to see was a mother. She needed to make it clear to him that she and the child that she carried in her arms were one and the same as his mother and him. Only Shinichi realizes this, and Migi, while surprised at her odd words and reactions, never fully understand what this meant. Tamura Reiko triggered Shinichi's humanity and allowed him to feel again, and allowed him to cry again. The parallel that this brings is absolutely insane. Why? Because a parasite with his mother's face took away his humanity. And now, a parasite with his mother's face is the only thing that saves him from losing his humanity completely. Guys, if you couldn't tell already, to me, this show is nothing short of a masterpiece. Added that to my personal attachment to this show, this is the only 10 out of 10 show that I have ever seen that tugs at my heartstrings so much. I will carry every single moment with me that this show has given for many, many years to come. I'd just like to say thank you for watching this video. And I know I would have probably sounded really pretentious whenever I talked about, all these, oh my god, emotional moment, oh, it's so, the only thing, right? And you can probably flame me in the comments if you want. But like I said, this is my #1 anime. This is really holds such a strong place in my heart. I can't stop talking about it. If I could, I would keep talking about it. And yeah, there's like so many ideas I have with this show, man. I can like make an entire Tamura Reiko character analysis. I can make a Miki character analysis. I can talk about Kana and how she affected the story and what her role was, because like a lot of people dislike the whole love triangle plot, right? And yeah, granted, it's understandable, when she says, "Kimi wa Shinichi-kun da yo," for the millionth time. It's really crazy, but still, it's so perfect for me. Like, flaws and all, it's perfect for me. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to say thank you for watching my video. Hopefully you really enjoyed it, and if you want to see more videos, probably won't be as pretentious as I probably sounded throughout this video, because again, not a lot of personal attachment, but I would like to talk about the ending of the show of the season 2 of Code Geass, which was, in my opinion, like absolutely masterclass. It's like the perfect ending in any show I've ever seen, right? It was written so well. So I wanted to maybe analyze why I felt that way. And Cowboy Bebop, there's like a lot of things in Cowboy Bebop that I can just talk about. Cowboy Bebop gives you that sense of loneliness for some reason, that sense of wistfulness. I don't know how to properly say it, so I'm definitely gonna have to write a script for that. And of course, there's a lot of people, well, 2 people, my channel's not that big, they asked me to talk about Magi and the political stuff that goes on in there and the discrimination because of my Black Clover video. So I'm definitely planning on rewatching the show and then finishing up the manga and then talking about all the themes that it tackles. So yeah, I'm really excited to talk about all these shows. But if you found me because of Black Clover, obviously I'm definitely making Black Clover videos because I just finished doing part 2 of a 5-part script. You know, I split my scripts into parts, right? And the second part, like parts 1 and 2, totally came up to 2,000 words already. And for comparison, this entire Parasyte script was like 1,300 words, and this I think it came up to 8 minutes without any editing, right? So yeah, you can like, and I'm only at part 2, so you can imagine how long that video is going to be, or maybe it's going to be in parts. If you guys have an opinion, let me know. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Make sure you, if you are a Black Clover fan, make sure you go check out our podcast. And that's pretty much it from me, guys, for today. Thank you so much for watching. I would really appreciate it if you left a like and commented if you agreed or disagree with me, whatever. And you know, subscribe and share. And definitely, I know it doesn't bring me, you know, monetary gains or anything, but you know, it definitely does motivate me to finish the scripts and get out videos. And so yeah, if that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, if you let me talk without a script, I'll keep going on and on and on and on. So yeah, I'll leave you guys to it now. And that's it. Yeah, I'll text you guys later. See ya. I've been Buzzard. Peace. It's like the 4th time I'm saying bye, but I'm done.